Hello and welcome to round 2 of Tier 2 of SRS Season 4. Season 5 maybe, I don't know. Season 1. This is a new era of sim racing series. I'm with Goggy again. How are you doing?
Fine.
Absolutely, it's a very punishing track, even though there are about 100 metres in front of, on either side of the circuit. The curbs can catch the drivers out, fling them in unpredictable places. But yeah, where are the main parts of the circuit that drivers need to be careful of? And we have got, talking about deadly, we have got rumours, I think it's going to be confirmed in a second, but rain after 30 minutes of the race. So that's going to be a problem point, I think. We've seen 2 wet races, or mixed condition races in Tier 1. But I think this is the first time we'll have seen rain in Tier 2 this season, so that's going to throw up a few things for the drivers to be careful of. Can't hear you, Goggy, again. So we'll have to look into that. I have no idea, I'm just getting the feedback from Pluto, we'll see. Might be a case of leaving and rejoining the party like last time. I have been pinged. Commentary chat. Right, are we going to see a lap time from anyone? Oh,
hello,
no, that's
hello?
white. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to tick the box, which said include my audio.
Oh. Yeah, nice one. That's, yeah, nailed it.
We do have
Right.
a few people in the audience. Joe, Fruitacos, and Max. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Zig. Hello, Zig.
See if they can get
Yeah.
roughly close to the soft drivers. But
Yeah, the estimated delta is going to be about 1 second, we reckon, between the softs and the mediums. But we'll find out what the drivers do. Boy Jake comes through. Riles goes top. And, well, Riles being top is not something we're unfamiliar with after he won the season opener last time out. So yeah, he goes top by 0.5 of a second. Jake, his teammate, behind him in second, replacing
we do have 2 Jakes in this lobby, so we'll have to say either SDK or Y-Boy for one of them. But yeah, that's going to be quite, when we're in like quick talking situation, that's going to be one of the challenges for us to figure out who's who. But yeah,
I'm sure we'll work out as we go, I'm sure. Curtis pops in at 5th, the slowest time of the ones that have been set, but I'm sure he'll build into it like he usually does, going wide there as well. Let's see what Joe's doing. Coming through the final corner, Mercedes dives out of the way, tries to straight line the corner, 4th gear now, through the DRS detection point, DRS activation, and up to the line. On the mediums, 2.8 seconds slower than the Alpha, exiting the pit lane out of the way. Mercedes behind will be starting a lap. When he's invalidated at turn 2.
I would think that the mediums would be slightly closer to the soft runners, but maybe he had a mistake on his lap or something. I didn't.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Zig's playing silly. What's it's? cutting into the pit lane exit as SDK Max comes out.
Max on an outlap.
Let's take a look at the penalties, because
Yeah.
I think there's some stewarding notes from. Let's take a look at the stewarding notes just in case there's anything. Anything from Hungary. Y-Boy Jake has a 10-second penalty that will carry over to this race. Max will carry over a 5-second penalty.
I think we would have Solberg having a 3-second. Or...
Solberg 3 seconds.
Yeah, but he is
SDK
racing.
Max. SDK Max is another 5 as well. Boomer and Haas Boomer has a race ban, which is why he's not here today. Just been riding on board with Zig because he's taking out every possible board. I don't know if he thought he'd be spotted on stream, but
it's definitely an interesting strategy, but maybe not the right.
It's the fastest way around the circuit.
Yeah.
No. Here comes Communist then. Let's get back to the serious stuff. Flying through into the penultimate 2 corners. Can he get it slowed down? Second gear here. Straight line the corner, correcting the little bit of oversteer. Straight line up to the line. Cuts the beam, and it's a 131 point.
It's a lot closer to the soft runners than Joe was. That's going to be interesting.
Yes.
If that must have meant
Much
that
better.
Joe probably did make a mistake on this.
Yeah, you got to imagine he must have,
Yeah.
with a 133. And we've got SDK Freddy joining. I believe he joined the lobby, sorry.
The league about an hour ago.
He joined an hour ago, but he's joined the lobby. Leave the lobby, thank you. Right, Jake has started a lap. Do you walk us through this one?
Yeah, decently hitting the curb on turn 1. Not the fastest exit out of turn 2, but it was clean, you can say that. Into turn 3, he hasn't invalidated. Turn 4, quite smooth. Didn't hit the inside curb, I think, as much as he wanted to. He is about 100th up on his time. Doesn't go too much over the curb onto the back straight. 8th gear into the chicane. Quite accurate on the curb there. How much will he be up by? He is 2/10 up. Actually set the fastest middle sector. Don't know if that's true, but it's the long right hander. Got to get your braking point right. He goes a bit wide, but not wide enough to invalidate his lap. Coming into the last few corners of the circuit, gets that quite accurate. Don't want to hit the curb on the inside, otherwise that's a almost certain spin into the last 2 corners. Gets a decent run into the last corner, hits the apex and get the power down. And as he comes to the line, it will be a 30.5. He actually goes ahead of SDK Jake. So I think that's a decent lap for the Alfa Romeo driver.
Yeah, crucially splitting the 2 Red Bulls and protecting the race result from being a 1-2. So Communist actually on the mediums is still faster than some of the soft runners, which is impressive. It'll be interesting to see what he can do on some soft. I imagine he'll be going for pole position.
Yeah, I think
You'd have to imagine.
we only have half the grid of actually set lap time, so I think that's probably a good indicator that a lot of drivers are actually invalidating their laps. So I think the drivers that can get a lap in could be the ones that will benefit.
Yeah, you have to set a lap. There's no point, invalidating and not to mention all those people that have invalidated have wasted sets of tyres in doing so.
Yeah.
So it just sets the whole event up in a bad way when you start invalidating, 1 or 2 laps. You're on the back foot, and then the pressure starts mounting, and then you have to get it all done in effectively a one-shot quali. And when that happens, you make more mistakes and you don't get a lap time, and then before you know it, you're starting 18th.
Yeah, I think another disadvantage for the people watching, at least, is as SDK Jake goes to the top of the timings, it does actually kind of not get people to actually show how fast they can be around the circuit. So that's probably a thing you do have to bear in mind. But yeah, some of these drivers like Adam Fav, Raptor, they weren't at the back in last season, so I think they're amongst a few that just need to get a lap in, and then they could be right up there.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we had some cracking racing at France last season. We had was it Tom coming up from T1, both Tier 4 and Tier 3, which of course is now Tier 2, so those two have been merged. So yeah, he did a fantastic job to win both those, cruelly snatching it off me on the final lap. I'm still not bitter, I'm not bitter at all. But yeah, it's a great racetrack in the sim. Maybe not in real life. We had a good race this year, but yeah, it's great in the sim.
Yeah, we do have.
And here comes CJ.
We do have Reese Packer coming up to the last 2 corners. Hasn't invalidated his lap yet. See if he can get this. Didn't hit the apex as much as he wanted to, but he will come across the line. I think he should be up there. Yeah, 30.9. Decent lap from the McLaren.
That's good to see. Good to see more lap times being set. We've got an outlap. It's CJ coming into the pits. We've got Fruity on an outlap. Who are we looking at for times? It's an invalidation from Joe. Zig's still off-roading.
I think, yeah, Reese Cracker is going for a second lap.
Oh, he's still on a flyer.
Yeah.
Let's just see if Squid is starting a lap, I believe. Yes, he is, yeah. He's right on board with Reese then. Oh no, it looks like he's, yeah. Yeah, he's straight lining. He's aborted that one. Curtis has started a lap time. Currently behind a few of the medium runners. Be good to see him jump up in the Ferrari. Had an unlucky race last time out.
First sector was quite decent. He's 300ths up. See if he can gain more time. I think the last 2 sectors did hit the apex a bit on the inside. You can take the risk at that if you want, because that may throw you off into the barriers, but he took the risk and probably paid out. Going into the shade, didn't hit the curb as most people would probably like to. How much will he be up by? He is 2/10 up actually. Going to fast right-hander probably needs. He didn't actually hit the curb on the inside, which is probably another risk of maybe invalidating a lap, but close to the inside at the long right hand. Didn't hit the curb on the inside there, which is probably a good thing.
Sorry to interrupt. Riles has just put in a time, only a 10th off his teammate now, but has not been able to jump up into pole position. So here comes Curtis.
Oh, Curtis goes
up to 4th.
Fastest.
Very nice. And he won't have time for another one.
His Ferrari
he might back off, recharge and go.
F1 is actually starting the lap. He is formerly known as EXFL Charlie.
Here he goes, yeah.
His name, because apparently he has been kicked out of EXFL, or he just didn't race in EXFL anymore. I don't specifically know, but yeah.
And Raptor puts in a lap time. It's not the fastest, but it is
He
a lap
is
time
half the
nonetheless.
cup. Oh, he went super wide. He hasn't actually invalidated, but I don't know if he actually gained time from that, as we see in real life F1. They're going super wide out there and actually gaining time. So we'll see if he replicates that in the F1 game. But I believe he's the only one on the lap right now. I just believe so. I didn't actually check back in time to see how much he was up by in the second sector, but looks like a pretty clean lap as Wells retires from the session, so he will not be taking pole position. And this is the period where you probably do see a few drivers starting to retire from the session, as they will not have enough time to set another lap. As Charlie comes onto the main straight, opens his DRS, and to the line, it will be a 30.7, so he does beat Reese Cracker just behind his teammate Curtis. It is currently a 4-5 for the Ferrari drivers, and as the Ferrari team leader, I'm quite proud of that actually. But yeah, Hazard NFO has joined. Is he allowed to join? I'm not sure.
Yes, he is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He is, yeah, he's reserved. So the session has ended.
Yeah.
Whilst I was doing that, it's my bad. Who's on a lap? Crucially, Scotty, yet to set a time.
Charlie is going for another lap.
And Max goes second. Max is second.
Yes,
he splits the Red
does.
Bulls. It doesn't take pole. Who have we got left? 3 cars coming across the line. 1 Red Bull.
We do have
Of
Charlie
Jake.
going for
Can he
another
improve
lap.
his time?
So let's see what
And he does.
Goes 2 tenths, more than 2 tenths clear of his SDK teammate Max. Oh, Charlie invalidates on the exit. So,
Scotty
and
goes up to
Reese
4.
Spun. So
Squid across the line, 13th.
we do have Joe on a lap. He's getting the dirty air off the Alpine of, I believe that is Zig. See how much that will affect him. And Joe backs off. And Raptor is not on the lap. Zig on the medium.
Here comes Zig, sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
See what he can do on his medium.
Yeah,
See if he can get into the top 10 maybe. Doesn't look like he'll be
Interesting to see.
in the top
No,
quarter.
15th.
Yeah, no, 15th, okay. And that looks to be it, unless no, Reese Cracker invalidated. And that looks to be it. Oh no, Hazard NFO
Yeah,
is on the
Hazard
lap.
is technically, Hazard is on a lap.
But he's 55. It's 55 seconds in, and he's just passed the first sector. So, yeah, I think that is it for qualifying.
Yeah, he's invalid anyway, so that is it. That's your order. And Jake is top of the table with a sensational 29.6. Max slots in behind him, splitting the pair of Red Bulls. Scotty in 4th, Jake 5th, and Curtis 6th with his teammate Charlie in 7th. Crucially, let's look who's in the top 10 on mediums. Let's look at the best. Communist and Fruity, their best lap times were on mediums, so that's what they'll start on. A great job from Communist and Fruity to both do that.
Crucially, Communist, it does show that Communist is on 0 lap mediums, which probably means his will be fresher than Frutico's. And that will probably be crucial, seeing as he is ahead of him, so it doesn't probably have to get stuck behind whilst his tyres wear out, along with Fruity's. But crucially, their tyres won't run out as quickly as some of the soft runners will. And could they extend it to the wet period? We don't know, but yeah, we'll just see how this race pans out. It is F1 2021 league racing, so anything could happen at this rate.
Absolutely. So, like I said earlier, Jake on pole with the Aston Martin of Max alongside him. It's an SDK 1-2. Red Bull 1-3 with Riles in third, Scotty in fourth, Jake slots into fifth, Curtis sixth, Shaz seventh, Reese Cracker in eighth, Communist ninth, and your top 10 is rounded out by Fruity. CJ slots in that magical P11, free tyre choice for him. And then behind him, Joe, Squid, Raptor, Zig, Lewis, Hazard, Freddie and Adam. The bottom 4 without a time.
Yeah, I think your boy Lewis, I think he just couldn't get the lap in. I think he just kept invalidating. Has NFO joined very late in the session, so not much of a surprise to see him at the back of the field.